everybody, welcome back to Vera's View. I'm here to once again run down this week's Raw and SmackDown after a brief little hiatus last week. I'm going to start off with Raw and my fails, of course. The first one being the Hardys versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now, it wasn't so much the match itself, but I really didn't enjoy the Revival and the commentary team talking about a Twitter feud while this match was going on. Nah. I also really hated the 205 Live 6-man tag match, of course, and Miz TV did not sit right with me this week. I'm really not a big fan of this Jason Jordan storyline. I thought I was going to be because it's kind of got an old school vibe to it. It's something WWE doesn't really do anymore, but I'm just not buying into it. And my last fail has to be, not so much a fail actually, but it's Elias No More Samson. Why does WWE constantly give people two names and then just axe the last one like it never happened? So going forward, I guess we just have to walk with Elias. Kurt Angle is my first win of the night. I really enjoyed him using his old school catchphrase, with a broken freaking neck. My next win was Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman's segment. Paul Heyman says, you know what, Kurt Angle wants Brock Lesnar to lose this match. It's clear because he's put him in a fatal four-way, which, you know what, makes the odds of Brock retaining nearly impossible. But Brock Lesnar is confident that he's going to do just that, and if he doesn't, he's walking away from the WWE. Now, this makes total sense. There's a lot of chatter going on about Brock Lesnar going back to UFC to fight John Jones, but Brock Lesnar's WWE contract doesn't expire until, I do believe, April, and there's a lot of hoops he'd have to jump through to get back on the fight card for UFC, so this fight probably couldn't happen much before 2018 anyway, so maybe he will retain. Guess we're going to check out SummerSlam to find out. Dean Ambrose is my next win because, you know what, I'm starting to think this Shield reunion is not a reunion after all. Dean Ambrose tells Seth Rollins he will not be burned by him again, even if he does later on in the show come to his rescue, but he explains that away by telling Seth Rollins, you know what, you put me back to the wall. I had no choice but to come to your rescue because I would look like a bad guy if I didn't. And I'm thinking, you know what, Dean Ambrose is going to turn into that bad guy. He's going to turn on Seth Rollins before Seth Rollins can turn on him, and it's going to be interesting to see this little feud reignited between the two. Bayley getting injured by Nia Jax is my last win. Now, I know someone getting injured doesn't sound like much of a win, but stick with me here because I don't think this is an actual injury. It just plays too well into the storyline. Alexa Bliss was backstage before the match saying that Bayley was going to be massacred by Nia Jax. She was poking a lot of fun at Sasha Banks, and then conveniently Bayley gets injured. You know, it makes me think that Sasha Banks would be next in line to face her at SummerSlam, which I'd much rather see anyway. It just fits too well for it to be real. Also, on her way out of the ring, Bayley punched Alexa Bliss in the face with her bad arm, so it makes it that much less believable. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be Sasha versus Alexa, and I'm really excited about it. Maybe Bayley will be involved. She'll be ringside in her, you know, little cast, but guess we're going to tune in next week to find out. Moving on over to SmackDown Live, my only fail that I have written down is the fact that Randy Orton and Rusev look like they're going into a feud with each other, and to be quite honest, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch these two guys fight. My wins, though, start off with the Usos. I really enjoyed them stealing the New Day's speech and their catchphrase, Usos rock. Loved it. I also really enjoyed Fashion Peaks, of course. I'm a big fan of Fashion Files. I loved seeing the picture of the Bella twins up there, and it was like Bella Twin Peaks, making fun of the show. Tyler Breeze gets another little jab in at Twin Peaks when he says, I don't get it. No wonder the show was canceled the first time. If you have not seen Twin Peaks, it is super weird. I just got a little chuckle there. My next win is Becky and Naomi get the win over Natty and Carmella. I loved when Carmella tagged herself in. It just was so sassy. I really enjoyed it. There's no honor among thieves, ladies and gentlemen. She just kicks Natty out of the ring, and she ends up having to tap out. But you know what I'm more excited about is the fact that it's going to be Naomi versus Natalya one-on-one at SummerSlam. Natalya has carried this division on her back for years, and I think she's finally getting the opportunity she deserves, and hopefully she will get a lengthy title run out of this match. Because you know what? She absolutely, I've said it already, but she deserves this so much, a good title run. My last win is John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I was very surprised by how good this match was. I was even more surprised that Shinsuke Nakamura pulled the victory. I really thought we were going to see John Cena go for that 17th title. But it looks like John Cena might be moving into a program with Baron Corbin. So it looks like it's going to be Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. I'm excited to see what Jinder does here because he generally likes to stick with this whole anti-America thing, and it's not going to work with Shinsuke Nakamura. I also really liked that Shinsuke apologized to John Cena after the match for the way that he suplexed him. If you didn't see it, John Cena landed very nasty on his neck. It was disgusting to watch in replay, honestly, but hopefully he's okay. And you know what? We're going to keep watching to see what's going to happen for SummerSlam. Will John Cena face Baron Corbin? Will he somehow become involved in this match with Nakamura? Who knows? Thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Please come back soon to see what else I have to say about Raw, SmackDown, SummerSlam, whatever. I'm Vera, and this has been Vera's View for the WWFu InterNetwork.